What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about the new DLC weapons for Season 3 Reloaded, a gameplay trailer, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and just as a reminder, the mid-Season 3 update does go live this Wednesday, May 1st at around 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 o'clock Central, which is 12 o'clock Eastern. There'll be a lot to go through live on stream, from patch notes, the classified battle pass sector, weekly challenges, and even the brand new Dark Ether Rift over in MW Zombies. Hope to see you guys there while I'm live, and I'll have plenty of videos going up while I'm also streaming on top of that. But we have plenty of brand new article coverage going up over on detonated.com for those who want to stay up to date with all things Call of Duty, whether it's multiplayer, Warzone Zombies, CDL, Ranked, Black Ops 2024, even Warzone Mobile. Now, earlier today we did get a new gameplay trailer for Season 3 Reloaded in regards to the new 6v6 multiplayer maps. So we first have Checkpoint, which is a point of interest from Rebirth, also known as Stronghold. The map looks pretty damn good. For those out there saying, oh, it's a lazy port, I have to remind you that we've never seen a multiplayer map taken from Rebirth, and I actually hope we end up seeing ground war support for Warzone maps like Ashika, Fortune's Keep, Rebirth Island. That would be great to kind of spice things up a little bit. I don't mind a section of a Warzone map being added in every so often, especially in a season like Season 3, where there's so many other original 6v6 maps being offered on top of this. We then have the map Grime, which is, I want to say, loosely inspired from the final campaign mission in Modern Warfare 3, but still looks like a completely original environment, even if it borrows a couple of assets here and there from the single player. But yeah, 6v6 got a ton of love here in this third season. Really curious to see, but honestly a bit nervous what the 6v6 offering is going to look like in Season 4, 5, and 6. I mean, exclude Season 6, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of haunting related updates and just map reskins, but for Season 4 and 5, I'm curious how many maps are going to be offered, and if Season 3 truly did set a staple for future Call of Duty titles, because hopefully we end up seeing this many maps added in a single season alone. But when it comes to our weaponry for Season 3 Reloaded, let's start off with the BAL-27, an assault rifle that we've been talking about for quite a while. We obviously got a couple of Advanced Warfare themed content drops here inside of our third season. We obviously already got the FJX Horus, which is kind of like the MP9 from Advanced Warfare. We also got the Morse Sniper, and now we have the infamous assault rifle, and probably one of the best ones from Advanced Warfare 2014. There's little bits of gameplay here and there for the weapon. I know there's some leaked footage of hackers force loading the weapon into their game. They do a nice inspect of the full model. There's a couple of clips of it being used in the original Season 3 gameplay trailer, so you kind of get a small glimpse of it through that. But as confirmed in the blog post, it is a bullpup prototype weapon designed to increase fire rate over time while the trigger is squeezed. The first 4 shots are slower to fire, but highly accurate. I'd be curious to see what kind of amps could get added to this weapon in the future, but considering we're seeing a bunch of prototype weaponry and a lot of futuristic add-ons in Season 3, I think this is the birth of Atlas and our new Call of Duty canon, hence why I made that video a good week and a half ago talking about a possible Advanced Warfare 2, which might be Sledgehammer's next Call of Duty title. In the blog post, they also confirmed the following camos that will be released for the weapon, which obviously every new weapon ends up offering 4 camos to grind through. We have Sunset Waves, Simpler Times, Electro Turret, and even Sunnyside. Now, these camos can be used on any weapon of your choice after you unlock them using the BAL-27. As far as blueprints go, we're not sure which bundles will offer a blueprint for the BAL later in Season 3. I'm sure at least 1 or 2 bundles will, in the case you don't want to unlock the weapon for free and you want to use it straight out the gate if you just buy a bundle for it. Now, it is possible we see the blueprints like Inferno or the Obsidian Steed from Advanced Warfare, as the developers did tease something like that in the recent Season 3 creator call. But they also confirmed something that nobody out there is really discussing, and that is the Week 8 weekly challenge unlock. So as we've seen with the first 2 seasons, during week number 8, after doing at least 5 challenges in that week alone, and then having done 5 challenges in weeks 1 through 7, you'll get a universal camo unlock. But then there's also a bonus reward for just doing week 8's challenges, and the first 2 seasons we saw a blueprint unlock for the week 8 reward. But this time is no different. We're also going to be seeing the Squad Games weapon blueprint, which we don't know much about as of now. I'm sure there's probably a leaked image out there of this blueprint, but without the actual name, so we're not sure what it could actually look like, but I'm sure images out there have been floating on Twitter and Reddit as of right now. But yeah, you're going to be getting the Squad Games weapon blueprint, and then you'll also get the Allegiance's animated camo for having done all 8 weeks worth of challenges for Season 3. So we'll be covering all that in a separate video once week 8 does roll around. Now, I just want to remind you that for the remaining aftermarket parts in Season 3 Reloaded, you could of course, or at least according to the blog post, go ahead and unlock them using the Arsenal coins over in Warzone Mobile. I'm not sure if this works for everybody, but yeah, you're supposed to be earning Arsenal coins as you put in a bunch of playtime in the mobile experience, which you can use in the Arsenal store to unlock items that you didn't already unlock through the base game, whether it's Modern Warfare 2 weaponry, Modern Warfare 3, aftermarket parts, kill streaks, attachments. So let me know if you've used this system at all down below in the comment section. I think it is cool though if you skip out on let's say, a set of weekly challenges to get a new amp, you can just hop into mobile and use coins that you might already have and just insta unlock an amp that you didn't have before. That's kind of cool for those out there that want a different way to unlock things, or want a way to unlock, let's say, Modern Warfare 2 items because you don't own last year's Call of Duty. I think that's pretty helpful for some people out there in the player base. But let's start off with the Photonic Charged Barrel, a bit of a confusing amp because you can already use it if you own either of the Battle Pass blueprints for the Morse, and this is either in the base Battle Pass or the Black Cell version of the Morse. The Photonic Charged Barrel is an attachment built onto either of those two blueprints, and I believe you can even find a Morse over on Rebirth that has this amp as well, just as random ground loot. So that's kind of already released, but if you don't own the Battle Pass at all and don't find a blueprint that has the amp on it over in ground loot, then you can go ahead and get 100 one-shot kills using the Morse. Once you've reached max level with the sniper, you can actually go ahead and do the challenge to unlock this aftermarket part. I know it's a bit confusing since the initial marketing for Season 3 did mention it would be a classified unlock, so we all assumed that the amp would be put in the classified sector with Reloaded. We've seen that before with other Reloaded updates where an amp gets saved for the mid-season through one of the classified challenges, but nope, there's enough amps to go ahead and last us until week 8 of the Season 3 weekly challenges. We'll have one for week 5, 6, and 7, then week 8 will give us a blueprint and even the animated camo. But we then have the Jack Atlas kit, which is going to be for the AMR9. Funny enough, this is actually an SMG that we saw in Advanced Warfare 2014. There's already gameplay out there of what this weapon looks like, and funny enough, I'm sure it was a mistake, but funny enough, in some of the Battle Pass promotion for Season 3, they actually used the same PNG of the AMR9 from 2014 in some of the Modern Warfare 3 marketing, so I don't know if that was a mistake or just a callback of sorts to be like, yeah, the same AMR9 is coming back into MW3, but in a bit of a different way. So we obviously already have an AMR9 in Modern Warfare 3, but if you want to make it just like the 2014 version, then you can convert the AMR into an extremely lethal and accurate 5-round burst carbine chambered in 5.56. This will of course be a pretty cool conversion kit called the Jack Atlas. But then we have the Wardens. What I'm looking forward to the most here in the second half of Season 3, these are going to be for the Lockwood MK2s, right? This is a Modern Warfare 2 weapon. It's also a marksman rifle. These are essentially dual-wield Lockwood 1887s. As it says in the blog, relive the glory days, stir up the hornet's nest, and take down your enemies, leaving no loose ends with these museum-worthy akimbo lever-action shotguns. Now, I got a glimpse of footage for these Lockwoods in the recent Season 3 creator call. They look fantastic. Wouldn't be surprised if they were meta for at least a little while. They're going to be wild. I can't wait to see how they play up against other enemies in multiplayer or enemies with armor plates over in Warzone. Can't imagine how they are pack-a-punched in zombies. Really going to be hyped up to go ahead and test these out live on stream, and it's unclear which week these are going to drop in, but I'm sure we'll learn that as the mid-season does begin. The usual data miners will probably find exactly what amps are going to release on what week. But lastly, we have the Jack Patriot. This is going to be a conversion kit turning the M16 into a fully automatic rifle. Now, it's going to have a heavy ported barrel built to provide superior recoil control and firing aim stability. Now, we actually had a fully auto M16 over in the Black Ops Cold War campaign, which is funny because we do have a Black Ops game on the way in the next couple of months. Maybe we'll see it again in the single player for that title, but yeah, it's going to be cool to see the M16 working as a fully auto weapon. This is of course the MW2 M16, so I'm really curious how good this is going to be compared to a weapon like the M4, which is almost the same thing. And I don't want to get too technical here, but yeah, we haven't really seen a fully auto M16 in multiplayer before, so I'm curious how viable it is going to be compared to, let's say, some of the meta MW3 ARs or just the base M16 alone. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on all of our new weapons coming with Season 3 Reloaded? As I mentioned before, some of the aftermarket part conversions practically give some of our weapons some new life, making them completely new, giving them a completely fresh coat of paint, which makes it feel like a new DLC weapon, not just an add-on to an existing one. But leave all your thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.